Hello, Luminaires. Hello, hello. Hi. My name is Jamie Butler. Welcome to the channel. We're going to be doing trance channeling today. I say we because it's not, I don't know. I am a singular identity, but I do have Colleen Ziegler off screen.
Here I am. Hi, everyone.
And we're going to be trance channeling information for the month of August 2025. Now, if you're new to the channel, hi, and I welcome you wide open arms. You'll notice that we are very casual here. This is not going to be an edited script. This is all just live and moving with it. One of the hardest things about trance channeling is staying quite alert and with it before the actual act of channeling. What this means is you'll hear me sound like I'm babbling, and that's the way that I feel, but also the energy right now feels that way as well. I think this is a little bit of a lead in for August. My guide Maitland is going to come in and talk directly to you. If you're not used to getting information from a very youthful, playful child, it's a little odd, I will say. But Maitland loves giving information. She likes taking really complicated issues and making them digestible, easy to hear. So you might fall into some giggles, or sometimes you might just look and go, well, that's different. But listen to the information. She's really trying to get it to you. She's going to talk to you about what chakras are going to be challenged, supported, needed throughout the month, what crystals will pair with that, how you can use those crystals, especially she'll get into different kinds of frequencies like Hertz and how you can use that in essential oils, aromatherapy. It doesn't mean that you need to do all of it. It's for you to cherry pick what works for you best. So if you enjoy a kind of a down-to-earth approach to this woo-woo but true world, you've found the right place. And if you want to know more about what's going on with us or what we're offering, definitely check out our website, jamiebutlermedium.com. We do have some series coming up. We have part 4 to our angel series starting soon, where we introduce 3 angels one at a time over a period of weeks that you can get to know, ask questions directly to them about them, how to connect with them, receive a healing and a lesson from them. And we also have a series coming up about learning to read auras. It is the perceiving and reading series that I like to teach, but I'm kind of condensing it and just adding a little more funk into it, a little more play and fun. So if you want to learn how to read auras, please check out all the links and descriptions below and find me. Let's have fun. This is how I am in class, and we just talk back and forth. And I love seeing everybody recognizing names and saying hi to each other. Yay! Okay. If you need clarity on what's being said, Maitland talks fast, ask it in the chat thread. Colleen is here, and she can check that out. We're not going to be taking personal questions, but if that's something that you like, we do offer that in our YouTube membership here. And you can get into the highest tier, and we do Q&As with you where you can ask your personal questions. There's also a lot of other exclusive material like book clubs and healings and deep dives and so forth. And by the way, the deep dive is going to be delayed a little bit today because I forgot my power cord to my computer at home, but we have enough power to do today's. Yay for us, right? So this is where my mind is. Like, the energy is very loose and very, like, I don't know, ethereal? What is it?
That's a good way to put it.
We have a new mascot at the office today, and Colleen not only gets to host this channeling, but also host a kitten. And that's going to be different. So if you hear some meows in the background or some rustling of the camera, that is the cat learning his job. And if you see him, his name is Leroy. Lisa, he's so cute. Let's see the kitten. So
she just show, you can need a visual so everyone can.
Leroy, he's spunky because he just ate a little. Calm down. Nope, he's not going to calm down.
He's feisty right now.
Oh my God. Mama, put me down. There's the wolf. He hasn't had a nap this morning. We purposely kept him up.
On camera, he looks like he's a wild man. He's not being as wild as he looks.
He's not. He's usually just like a limp little rag.
But he does like my red toenails. He keeps going after them.
Oh my God. He's pretty long he's only, he'll be 11 weeks coming up soon. So we'll see how he handles a trance channeling. We'll see how Colleen handles it. Okay, let's do this. If you're practicing seeing energy, check out this side. It's commonly where I go in and out. And if you're sensitive, you might feel a shift in your own body. If you like it, write it out. If not, just pull back from the device, drink a little bit, have some coffee. Here's your excuse to have some chocolate. Just get back into the body a little bit. Okay. I don't know if he'll attack my glasses. I'm just going to put them here.
Someone was asking how old he was, not how tall he was, or how long he was.
Long.
Is he 3 months?
Long. He'll be 11 weeks.
Got it.
Saturday.
11 weeks. Here he comes.
He's climbing all over Colleen. I don't know why I'm a little bit nervous. Here we go. Enjoy Maitland. You know she's going to want to touch that cat. All right, soften your focus. Check here. I'll see you later. Hi.
Hi, Maitland.
Hi, my name is Maitland, Maitland, and there's a cat here. There's a kitten. To be more specific, there is a kitten in the room, but that is not my focus today. My focus today is the energy update for August, and I can absolutely do both. If I haven't met you before, hi. I am 9 years old. I don't need to be 9 years old. I just present myself to be 9 years old, but I like it because it's just enough like fun and playfulness and just enough wisdom so that I can talk about some bigger things and it doesn't, like you listen to it more. So I choose to present this way, though I don't have to. Let's get into August. So goodbye, July. Goodbye, June. June was like, whoa. And July has had its ups and downs with its seatbelt. No seatbelt required for August. You can just kind of rest. It's more of like an energy of the veil has lifted. What do you see? What do you believe in now? Because you're getting the information coming to you. Like you're getting it. It's not like, I feel like, or I think. That's gone now. August is going to be like, let me show you. And then you're going to have to decide, what do I really believe in? What's really happening? That's going to be on you. And there's going to be a lot of practice of you staying in your heart. Your heart is so needed for this journey of August. So if you keep a journal, then I'd like for you just to write on every day, where's my heart? Like, how am I moving from my heart today? How am I caring for my emotions? Because if we start moving through the heart frequency and the emotional energy, you're going to find that it's even the crown as well, but I'm going to highlight the third eye chakra this month, that the third eye energy is going to be very supported. And what's really interesting is August is actually giving you a lot of time to focus and rally up. And there's even a whole week dedicated to it, the 12th through the 18th. And that is like, what am I going to focus on? And it's going to come in hot and heavy. That probably doesn't match with the image I want to give, but it comes in really quick and it just stays. Your focus, it just stays. But even though when we think about focus being a mental energy, this time when you're moving through your heart, when this focus comes in, it's going to be a third eye energy. It's going to be an intuitive energy. So get ready for that. The chakra that's going to be challenged the most is the throat, because it's going to be time for you to start talking and sharing about your experiences as you're looking at, what do I believe in? You're going to want to talk about it. And if you're not centered into your heart, you can be thrown into some crazy, crazy shares and crazy talking. And then your higher self, your higher spiritual awareness in the back of your head is going to be going, what did you just say? Why did you say that? That's not in alignment with what we do. And so you're going to have to just kind of watch that little imbalance, because there's some undercurrents in August that can just pull you out. And you're like, I didn't mean to go out there. So every day, where's my heart? How am I centered here? It is going to help so much. And I really think you're going to love the results of what it's doing. So let's walk through August. I like to do it by the weeks. And so I think of a week as day 1 to 7. That's week 1. And then week 2 is like 8 to 14. And that's how we'll do it. And if you like to take notes, you can take notes right into your calendar. But if you're a part of middle tier or higher on the membership, I make a calendar for you, and you can just sync to the calendar, which is fun. So day 1, August, starts off with a ton of really sharp, very clear creativity. I love creativity. Wow, it kind of sparks and inspires, and you just kind of see what you're in. But what's pushing it is a really big boost in compassion. And when we're really compassionate and very creative, sometimes we tend to forget where our boundaries are. So I just want to give you a little nudge to remind yourself to give yourself permission to be comfortable, to be safe, and to set your boundaries, and to tell people, no, like, I'm tired. I need to be alone. I need to isolate. I need to go to bed. I need to take care of myself. I need to sit with a kitten. Nope, that's crickets over here. Maybe it'll happen shortly. Okay, so take care of yourself. And then this is like the first beginning on day 1, and it'll last for several days. But then there's this undercurrent. So this is the first undercurrent. And this one is like, it looks like this. It rattles. And it can make you feel confused and uncomfortable, especially in like love relationships or family relationships. And as long as you're just aware of that little like static and friction, and you're focusing on staying in your heart, right? Because this is going to challenge your heart energy. And you get back into your heart energy and you're like, I can give myself permission to set my boundaries and to take care of me. And as long as you give yourself those permissions to take care of yourself, that creative, compassionate energy is just going to soar. And if you come across any of that friction or conflict, you'll be able to note it, but not get lost in it. Like, I don't want you to get lost in it. You don't need to. And then by the end of the week is your first dose of, let's get focused. Like we came off of tons of creativity and compassion. And then starting like on day 7, it's like, whew, here it is. Let's hyper focus on some things, which I think is really good, because in the middle of this first one, this first focus thing is the full moon. And the full moon is it's actually called the sturgeon moon. I don't know if you keep up with the names. I think they're really funny when you name the full moons. And the sturgeon is a fish, and it used to be really abundant, and this would be the time that you would get it, and it would be like taking care of you. But this full moon, how it's placed, it's going to come in and say, you know what? I'm going to shed some light on the things that you stopped believing in, and the things that you're using that don't work for you. So I'm going to help you cut loose. I'm going to cut that out. So there's going to be a lot of illumination and a lot of light in the middle of this first round of heavy focus. And this, there's a stint between day 7 and 9 in August where the focus comes with a lot of, well, it's kind of like how do I describe this? When you go down the rabbit hole, when you're like, I don't see anything else, I just want to research what I'm interested in. Like blinders, that's what I'm trying to do. Blinders like on a horse, so they just see the path that's in front of them. So there's that, but then there's another undercurrent that's like, I'm going to try to mess you up. I'm going to try to take you off path and put you way over there. It's not going to work because you're going to be aware of it and you're going to be heart-centered. And that undercurrent is more about confusion, irritations, frustrations, self-doubt. So stay on the focus. And why not, before the full moon comes, look at those things that are holding your dreams back, that make you feel hopeless. You know, when you look out into your world and you're like, I don't even want to think about that anymore. It's so depressing or sad, or I'm not even in control over it. I'm just playing along. Those things, because it's time to cut them out. So look at them right before the full moon and let the energy of the full moon come in and say, okay, I'm going to untether you from what's making you feel hopeless, making you feel like you can't reach your dreams, can't reach your goals. I'm going to shine a lot of light on it. And of course, when a lot of light comes into any space, at first it's kind of surprising, like, oh, that's what it looks like? Like, oh, I don't know about that. I didn't even know I had that. And so you might be a little resistant and shocking. But if you stay anchored in you're saying the word heart. If you stay anchored in the heart, when the lights come on and you see things, when you recognize it and you feel it more, you go, oh, let me love on that a little bit. Let me give it some compassion. Like you got a boost of that at the beginning. And it starts to ease up. And the cool thing is, after the full moon on the 9th, the 11th and the 12th, it's just like, it's like some cosmic being has a big soup spoon and they're just dipping into inspiration and they're just pouring it over your head. They're like, oh, you need more? I have plenty. And they just keep pouring it on you and pouring it on you. So after you've gotten all this light to help you see what's holding you back and how to move forward, then you get this inspiration. And this energy is really cool. The energy just starts to rev up because, number one, on the 11th, Mercury in retrograde goes away. Bye-bye. It goes direct. And so you're getting energy in that direction to where you can get back on your path a lot easier. You're not, getting those confused signals that Mercury in retrograde likes to give. But you're also getting like all of this inspiration energy. It's like an abundant energy that's just going to move really smooth. The neat thing about it, as I was saying, is that you can use all of it. You can eat all of it. So like if we look at a plant and you're like, well, you can only eat the fruit, or you can only eat the leaf or the branch. It's not like that. You can eat the whole thing. So you can find energy and answers and responses in traditional ways of looking at something and out of the box way of looking at something. You can use a routine or chaos. You can use the good, the bad, the pretty, the ugly, all the opposites that you guys like to look at and label. All of it is usable. So use all of it. And then this takes us into that kind of week span of focus from the 12th through the 18th. The 12th is where it begins, where all the inspiration, the focus starts to come in. And it's like you have these, what's that called? Like an
aha moment?
Okay, an aha moment. Like it's like an instant thing, right?
Yeah.
Okay, those are going to be happening like solid for the whole week, 12th through the 18th. So at the end of the second week and moving all through the third week, pretty much. Pooh, pooh, pooh. And the crazy thing is a lot of times when it just pops, you kind of get it and then forget about it. But this time you're going to get it and it's going to linger. So you get these bright ideas, these new beginnings. It's what I want to call like a download season. And this is a lot to do with the third eye being very supported. All that inspiration energy that's coming, that poured on you, really set that one up for some success. And now that abundant amount of energy is turning into a focus. So it's not going to feel like a mental focus where you're like, I have an idea. I need to write down the idea. I've got a new idea. Now I need to play it out. Now I need to work on it. Now I need to focus on it. Now I need to like do that. This is more like, I have an idea. And it's expansive and you can see it, feel it, taste it, smell it, all at once. And it starts to magnetize to you. Like all the little frequencies in your environment that are in alignment with that idea come to you. People come in. Oh, my voice just went away. That was weird. People come in and they're like, were you just thinking about this? Because I've been thinking about this and I would like to have a partner to do this with. Would you like to? And you're like, I was just asking the universe, God, whoever, higher self, that you call on to bring this to me. And there it is. It walks in the door. So take that week to really look at how you're magnetizing and pulling that energy in and together. The 11th and the 12th is also a really great day for manifestation because you can use that energy to create and build whatever you want. You just hyper focus on it, all the inspiration energy, and then stuff starts to grow. But it's best grown if you're anchored where? August is really going to say, please look at your heart. And when you look at your heart and you look at all the energy that's moving through, then you get to recognize, okay, what is my truth? What's my reality? What am I believing in? Because what's being shown to you in your path is a lot more information. As I said before, the veil is lifted. Then on the 20th, it's an awesome imagination day. It's like a technicolored, beautiful day, great for expression, to talk, to share, to open up. And if there were things that you couldn't say at the beginning of the month, whether that's business or personal, you're definitely going to find that lift to be able to talk about it and share it on the 20th. Because the first week, with all that creativity and compassion, as I mentioned, it's going to kind of rattle your boundaries, but it leads into that first focused element where what energy you're getting, you're going to be practicing talking about it, sharing about it, like finding outside of the box ways to solve your, I don't know what to call them, problems, issues, equations, however you want to see them. Basically, it's like finding the answers, but you want to find them in a balanced way in your heart. So if you miss that kind of balanced way of finding how to talk about it, on the 20th, it's round 2, ding, 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 and you can do it again. And then there's this little kind of blippy thing that I don't like. It's a little bit larger than an undercurrent from week 1 and week 2. Week 3 is just like focus. And week 4 has a kind of undercurrent and tension thing where you might notice that the people who are in power or somebody that maybe you look up to or admire or give your attention to is just acting weird, not right, abusing a situation. You can call it like a ego burst in an unuseful way. It's weird to think of like an unuseful flower, but it's kind of like energy that blooms out of someone. There's a kitty cat meow. An energy boost that comes out of someone that doesn't work well. I hear you. Are you talking to me? Can you come see me? Hi. I'm Maitland. Bye. That was the quickest hello. If you want to come back, you can come back. So I want you to be aware on the 21st, 22nd, 23rd. It's not really the 21st. The 22nd, 23rd, 24th is that kind of weird energy. So if you're working with somebody, or even like people in the governments, people in power in that way, they could say that they're going to do one action, then all of a sudden they flip and they do it different. And you're like, I trusted you. Why is it working out like this? That energy that's coming in is rattling people that react with ego through power rather than those who act from their heart. So remember what I said about August, move from your heart. And when you do that, then you don't have to be one of those people who struggle with that like burp of energy that's coming in. And then like from the 25th through the 28th, well, I like the 26th a lot. I'm going to call that date night. The 25th is really colorful again, like that expressive, good imagination. It's a great time to look at relationships and to come back into what do relationships mean to you and how do you want to reconnect to them. And they'll just have this new glazing of energy on them where you might have looked at one relationship and just gone, well, that's just been so difficult and I don't know if I want to continue it, or it's hard, or it's just too much. But then you look at it at the end of August and you go, there's so much beauty in that. There's so much to give there. Yes, I still see the holes and the hardships and stuff, but there's just a new glazing of light on it, and I really appreciate it. I want to highlight that more. And guess what happens? It gets highlighted a lot more and it starts to come out. And so it starts to feel better for you. And then from the 28th, like the 30th has like a little boost of like, do we want to call it bull any? No, bulls aren't that playful. I want a strong animal that's really playful. If you can think of that animal, type it in. So like the 30th is that energy where it's boosting, but kind of silly and playful at the same time. So you get this new kind of courage, a new level of confidence and heart-centered. You can take that new boost, keep it forever. You don't have to let it go after the day ends. So you can see that August don't need a seatbelt. It's not that crazy, but it is kind of pushing on you in a way of like, what are you believing in? What are you doing? And how is that coming out for you? So the crystals I chose, since we have the heart that is so needed, I actually picked Rhodonite. It's not Rhodonite, it's Rhodonite, because I was listening before. This one has a lot of black veins in it, but normally it has a lot more pink and it's balanced. And it's so good with like deep emotional healing and balancing masculine, feminine. As you can tell, like visually, it also balances the colors really well. And so that can help you stay more heart presence. And I would say just carry it, use it, put it around your bed, grid your home with it. It's going to be really, really nice and delicious. And if you don't know where to get stones and crystals and things of that nature, you can always link up to Maitland's Magic. My friend Kristen, who is a human, puts together gridding sets and jewelry. And she even did some earrings, but I don't know if she's going to continue to do them, and prayer beads. So you get the crystals of the month sent directly to you. And I really like that. And I appreciate all the love and energy because she puts Reiki into it too and writes you a little note. I sit with her while she does it. So I like Rhodonite for that. Rhodonite. Yeah, I did it right. And then for the supported third eye, which it really is supported, that download season from the 12th to the 18th, Azurite. It looks like earth, doesn't it? That's raw and that's polished. Raw, polished. And this energy is all about boosting psychic abilities, intuitive abilities. It's all about your communication to spirit guides and linking communication through this. So it's going to boost telepathy skills as well. And those are coming online for a lot of people these days. It's quite exciting. And for the throat that's challenged, I couldn't find the other ones, but oh, this is an example. This is a prayer bead from Maitland's Magic. Look, that's blue apatite. And blue, is that, no. Yeah, here it is. Blue apatite. And blue apatite is the crystal I chose to help the challenged voice. It does have a lot of kind of that psychic intuitive energy, but it really likes to link to the spoken word. How are you sharing who you are? Blue apatite is going to sharpen that and help you feel better connected to what you want to say to others. So this one's good. And so you would take all three of them and you would put a set in each corner of your bed so that when you go to bed and you sleep in the energy, you're sleeping in the frequencies of those crystals talking to each other. But if you want to rev up your game, you also buy 2 more sets and you put one in the middle underneath your bed. So it makes an upside down pyramid. And then you put one on the ceiling. And so it makes a right side pyramid. So it's like a octahedron, but it's shorter on the bottom and taller on the top. But then you're sleeping in 2 pyramids, and the energy exchange, it restructures your chakra system. It helps you keep balance and stay in alignment, which is great. So the energies that are coming from the skies, the atmosphere, the galaxy, the universe, bathing Earth is creating one response. And then your grid around your bed, where you spend a lot of time because that's where you sleep, is kind of correcting, is co-working and correcting and balancing your energies. That's why I like to bed grid a lot. It's very helpful for your overall health, mental, emotion, and physical health. So if you're not into crystals or gridding, some things that you can do, I like listening. So with your ears, you can listen to the Hertz 639. That is like the abundance of love. 639. It's a very high frequency. So sometimes if you're listening to it, you might feel like you just want to take off. So if it's too much for you to listen to, turn the volume down and just let it play in the room. Turn it down so low that you have to get real quiet and kind of turn your ear to it to hear it. And then you can barely hear it. That's the level. And you can leave that on all night. It's not going to harm you. Do find clean sounds and music made by reputable people. Is that the word? Because if you're going to be listening to it all night and allowing that frequency to work with your auric field and your energies, you want to make sure that it's a clean soundtrack, meaning that nobody put an extra sound or frequency in there on it. You can find them everywhere. There's a lot of good clean sound out there. So you can use sound. Also that 639 helps you with focus. And August has a lot of focus opportunities. So I think that sound will be a good supporting agent for you to use. If you like smells and you like aromatherapy, you can use this essential recipe. There's 4 ingredients. There's lavender, there's frankincense, there's Palo Santo, and then what else did I pick?
Black pepper.
Black pepper.
Yes. Jamie listed them for me before we started, so I knew. That helps
Lavender?
carry the scents, right? The
Yes,
black
it
pepper,
does.
yes.
It's the root and the ground, but you don't need much of the black pepper. Like I would just do like 1 drop. And then for the Palo Santo and the frankincense, I would do 2 drops. Those are the woodsy and sweet grounding woodsy. And then we're going to balance all of it with 4 drops of lavender. So lavender has the largest percentage, but it's balancing this deep earthy and woodsy scents. And so when it comes together, you have this nice lift in your third eye, and you have that sweet grounding that you can do for your heart. And of course, it's also going to really help with the root chakra, because grounding is important. But for this month, I want you to think about grounding with your heart. I also like to give the spirit animal of the month. And a few of you are going to laugh when I say this one. We've used this one before, but it's so, it's such a good one. Do you know animals that are psychopomp animals? They're the ones that help translation between the human living and the deceased, the dead. So this one is the raven. And so when you see the raven around, the raven is all about intelligence, highly skilled, highly focused, very smart. But the raven also likes to look at one frequency to another frequency. It has a larger, expansive frequency, which is where you are going. It's true. You're coming out of 3D, moving to 5D. You're using your body in new ways that hasn't been used before. And your psychic and intuitive abilities are growing tremendously, requiring heavy focus, but it's also giving you access to disembodied voices. So the veil is lifting, you're looking beyond. The raven, what a great guide for you. So whenever you see the raven, take a note and say, I'm acknowledging my intelligence. I'm making very smart decisions. And they're not just mentally based, they're based out of my heart chakra, and they're projected through my third eye, my intuitive. It's all supported by this. And I commonly like to talk about the best day to communicate with spirit. And there's several. I like the 20th. I like the 25th. I like a lot of them. I like the first because of the creativity and the compassion boost. That's going to make it very easy for you to like expand and communicate. So I would say for this month, it's when you feel most called, don't ignore it. Use the energy that's coming through. Like the 11th and the 12th, spectacular day. Okay, if I had to like hone in, I would say the 11th and the 12th. That's that big inspiration, manifestation, spiritual growth, this whole like, woo, and I would say communication is really good there. So this is our lovely month of August. In the deep dive, I like to talk a lot about the politics and the money, economics. We kind of get more nitty gritty and all of that, and kind of like the overall movement and the feeling of security. And then we also talk about days to launch ideas, best healing days, and best spiritually awareness or evolution supported days. So if you're interested in all of that, we can continue the conversation in the YouTube membership. And I'd love to see you there. We get more personal with it too.
And we have some questions for you.
Oh, I love this. Yes, thank you.
Kim is asking, for bed gridding, should we keep black tourmaline and or selenite?
Oh my God, that's a really good question. So with your bed grid, you can have blue apatite, rhodonite, and then you have azurite. If you don't sleep well and you need assistance in your sleep, add amethyst. So now you have 4 in your set. If you are wanting to really go to the moon on a rocket ship, I didn't even talk about the new moon energy.
Go ahead. We have some questions about the full moon and Lionsgate as well, if you want to touch on those.
Oh my gosh. Okay, wait. So if you really want to go to the moon and open up your third eye even more, I would pair that group with selenite. I'm a big fan of always keeping black tourmaline around your bed because it not only cleans the other crystals that it's with, it really grounds you. So I say keep that one no matter what. But if the energy from August is too much for you, then I would say put the selenite like beside the bed, not around the bed. Because when you grid, you need a set of each of those stones, and you put a set on each corner. And then if you want to get really wild, put a set in the middle beneath the bed and a set above. So you're like sleeping in the pyramids. You will feel a difference. even after day 1, you will feel a difference.
Maitland, there was a question about having a good affirmation or mantra. I believe it was from Jessica. Yes, for the prayer beads this month from Maitland's Magic, but then just maybe a mantra in general for August.
Oh, there's so many directions I could go, but I would really like you to focus on what you're choosing to believe in. Like, I call forward, because we have to go above what you think this month, because you're looking at third eye. So I call forward all energies that support my higher self and frequency, and magnetize to me. That's a long one. And magnetize to me. Jamie would be sitting here going, shorten it, shorten it, shorten it. But she's not here. So, and magnetize to me all energetic patterns that align me to my best and higher self. There's a lot of gain in August, getting more. And the Lion's Gate is interesting because it happens on the 8th, and the 8th and the 9th, it's right before the full moon. And so the full moon's energy is coming in, and it's like, I'm ready to cut off those anchors that are holding you back, and I'm ready to set you free. I'm going to illuminate that. And so the Lion's Gate kind of supports that, but it's also, there's this undercurrent energy that's happening that's full of friction. So if you're really wanting to get in alignment with the Lion's Gate portal, I would definitely structure some kind of statement or ritual or presence around it, so that you aren't just playing in the soup. I want you to play with one ingredient of the soup. And that would be that focus on the Lion's Gate portal, which shines energy into you, onto you, however you would like to see it. That is going to, you can call it upgrade, evolve, heighten, sharpen. I like the concept of sharpening things. Like, it just makes it so crisp and full of clarity about the higher frequency version of you. So you still have personality and character, but in this month of August, especially through the Lion's Gate portal, it sharpens up. So think about it as, this is your personality. It's the whole story of 3D to 5D, and it grows. And now you have this version over here where you're accessing new frequencies, new energies, but you still can maintain this personality, but it's going to shift to hold all of it. So Lion's Gate portal is like a little bit of cosmic medicine that helps you hold it all together. It's not about shedding all that work you've done on you and who you are so that you could be something else. It's about pulling it all together in a deepening honor position. Deepening honor. The new moon for me doesn't really hold a lot. The new moon's on the 23rd, isn't it?
I don't know. I haven't looked at August yet.
It doesn't really hold a lot of energy for me. It's kind of, I'm more focused on the full moon. Of course, the new moon is also going to give you that, here's a new beginning, and it's going to feed on that kind of theme of the month of focusing. So when you start the new beginning around the new moon, you might have all that inspiration and kind of like a keen eye and a passion and a connection to it. But you'll need to kind of work on keeping it together more. I think it will morph into more of, what is your relationship like in love, or with your family, or with your friends? I think it will just merge, the focus will merge more into relationship-oriented energy.
You're correct. It is the 23rd.
Yay.
You got it. And I posted the deep dive link for everybody. And I wanted to also make the announcement that it's at 1:30. We had previously said 1:15.
Yeah. Gonna make it later because somebody forgot their electrical cord.
And we're going to get it.
Yep. You hear that, dog?
I do.
That
Doesn't
dog
sound
gets
like it's
so
very
mad.
happy.
No, he gets so mad because the garbage thing, the
Ah,
elevator that
yes.
you put your
Yes.
recycling in,
The
and
garbage chute.
the garbage chute's over here. The elevator,
Oh, got it. Yes, the moving elevator.
it has a very loud door, and when people are in there, he thinks that they're in his space, and so the poor thing is like defending the wall. He gets so mad.
That's probably not a convenient location for him to be in.
No,
Poor thing.
he does not like it. He's not used to it at all. It's been like this for a very long time. I try to sit and soothe him, but he just kind of looks at me like another intruder.
Yeah.
Not somebody who's there to like be his company. So he'll calm down. This has been so much fun. Thank you so much for being here and just allowing all of us to be exactly who we are in the moment. This is how I like working with people who are just going to be themselves no matter where they are, and that they're not looking to put on like a public face. And that's one of the qualities of all the Luminaires. And I love working with each and every one of you. Call me if you need me. I'll see some of you for the deep dive. Bye, everybody.
Bye, Maitland. We've got goodbyes. Go to your heart haven, Black Raven.
Go to your heart, Raven.
Go to your heart haven, Black Raven.
Heart haven. That's a mouthful.
And here's find your haven, Raven.
Find your haven, Raven.
And I have one for you. See you later, alligator. Because we started out with not that one, so I thought I'd catch you off guard.
Hasta mañana, iguana.
After a while, crocodile.
We're
going backwards.
I got a jaguar hog.
It's good for our brains. Blow you a kiss, jellyfish.
I'll see you soon, baboon.
Thank you, Maitland. We'll see you at 1:30.
Okay. Bye, everybody.